What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning John Fury. John Fury, the father of the current WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Tyson Fury, had his prediction on Joshua Usyk, and this is what he had to say. He said, Usyk is too small. Joshua will walk straight through him. John Fury is backing Anthony Joshua to walk straight through the mandatory challenger Oleksandr Usyk when they collide in 2 months. Joshua will defend the WBA, the WBO, the IBF, and the IBO heavyweight titles against Usyk at Hotspur Stadium on September 25th. Usyk unified the entire cruiserweight division in 2018 when he outboxed Murat Gassiev for a 12-round unanimous decision win in the final bout of the World Boxing Super Series Cruiserweight Tournament. Usyk moved up to heavyweight ranks the following year. John believes size will matter in the upcoming bout, while his brother Peter Fury views Usyk as a serious threat in an upcoming bout. John Fury does not believe the unbeaten boxer will have the power of the physicality to deal with a very big heavyweight like Joshua. Usyk is good. He's a world-class cruiserweight. He's proved it, but AJ is a big dude, and he's got a good array of boxing skills, and he's a big, strong man. And I just think he's all around too good for Usyk, Fury said. Usyk won't be able to hit hard enough to bother him. He's too small. He'll walk straight through. I think AJ will stop him quicker than anyone else. I think AJ will walk straight through him. I do. Once a cruiserweight, once bulking up, and if he carries up to try to meet him head on, forget about it. That's why there's weight classes, ain't they? A good biggin will always beat a good littlin, and AJ is a good biggin. Usyk was, and that's it. Okay, let me stop there. This is a reasonable prediction. You know, once again, Oleksandr Usyk has been criticized for his size, questioned for his size. And I don't think a lot of people understand that Oleksandr Usyk is a heavyweight. Okay? He fought at cruiserweight, but he's a heavyweight. He's just going up against a bigger heavyweight. Now, the question is, I don't think the size will matter. I think the punching power will matter. Maybe that's due to size. I get it. But I think it's what he gets hit with. He would have to fight cautious. I think he would have to fight cautious, but then use his speed and size for his advantage. Okay? Something like Pacquiao is very good at doing, you know, in his weight class, as him being the smaller guy in the ring a lot of times. But in the heavyweight division, like we have, and I think you have to worry about certain punches, because those are the punches that can take you out, and it only takes one. So, yes, it's a very dangerous fight for Usyk. I have no illusions of that. However, I think a lot of times people expect certain punches to land or certain punches to make an impact that they don't do to certain fighters, and people and fighters are able to withstand those punches. The question is, how will they take those punches, and what will they do when they take them? They might not necessarily get knocked out, but they definitely may be more hurt enough to execute their game plan. You know, so I feel that Oleksandr Usyk is a guy that is overlooked because of his size, because of where he came from. And another thing that people aren't looking at, okay? I think because of a made or created weight class, that's what makes this fight worse. And what I mean by that, I'm talking about Bridger weight, okay? The Bridger weight title, I think it's like 224 or less or some shit like that. That's a heavyweight, okay? And since they made that, I think it pushes other fighters to either bulk up, past their natural weight, like Usyk, like Wilder, those guys like that are not very big, but who says they have to be big to be effective. Look at Mike Tyson, look at Evander Holyfield. These guys weren't just huge guys, but they were effective and they beat the best in the division. Now, didn't they not? Okay, so I think because of this damn Bridgerweight division, I think that pushed a lot or forced or persuaded a lot of people to go up in weight, which they never needed to gain that much weight because they don't want to be associated with the Bridgerweight limit, right? Or boundary or weight, so I think because of things like that, I think Oleksandr Usyk should be about 225, 222. I think he's better at that. I think he moves better. I think, regardless of what he can take or not, I think he needs to have confidence in his own skill and abilities, because it's not always about how big you are. Look at David. That's just David and Goliath. That's just like saying, David, hey, David, you need to get bigger to bulk up to fight Goliath. No, he needed his size. He needed his speed. He needed his agility, okay? So to get in there to fight, to do what he needed to do, to execute what he needed to execute. So I don't think it's always about how big you are, especially if you're not naturally big or you have certain attributes, and the bigness or the girth or whatever putting on the weight will restrict that. Okay, so I think that 230 is too much for Usyk, but hopefully he's acclimated to the 230. But I know the 230 is the only reason why. I think the reason he's bulking up is because of another weight class that they just slapped in the boxing scene just to make more money for certain sanctioning bodies. But do I agree with John Fury? It's a possibility of that happening. But no, I don't agree 100% with John Fury. But that's only if Oleksandr Usyk can do the things that he could do at cruiserweight, or can move the way he used to move at cruiserweight. If he can do that, he has a good chance of upsetting Anthony Joshua and doing what he's supposed to do. But maybe not. But you guys tell me what you think of Oleksandr, or John Fury saying that Oleksandr Usyk will be ran straight over by Anthony Joshua. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.